2, 3. Welcome to Know Thy Shelves. I'm Rachel.
I'm Michelle. Welcome back. So we're still in October, so we're still kind of doing some banned book awareness stuff. Before we get into that, what did you read besides the podcast book?
So I finished the third Wheel of Time book, which is called The Dragon Reborn.
Okay. Those are pretty long, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been working on it for a
That's
while.
what I was thinking.
It's high fantasy. I'm not going to go into it more than that.
Yeah.
It's the Wheel of Time.
Okay.
I read a book called August, which is about this, it's smut, about this goth girl and this normal looking guy, and they get together. Like, he gets in a car crash, and then he makes his way to her house, and then...
Okay, interesting.
And then the last one was Your Life and Other Stories, which was a short story collection, sci-fi short stories. This one has the short story that Arrival is based on.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So
That's actually really interesting.
yeah.
I really like short stories. Sometimes it's just, like, nice to, like, get away for, like, just a small, you know what I mean? Instead of just diving straight into, a 700-page book or something.
My problem with short stories is I want more.
No, I totally get that. It just depends on the mood, I guess. So I have been really bad about reading books. I've only read one, which is, I finished the second book in the ACOTAR series, which is A Court of Mist and Fury. I have to write them down to make sure I'm saying it right. I don't know, do we want to get into that since it's not really...
I mean, we can a little bit, but
Okay.
it might be spoilery.
Okay, I'll just do overall, fucking got me hooked. I gotta read the third one.
Scenery Sand.
But yeah, I did like it better than the first one, 100%. But I kind of understand why the first one is how
The way
it
it is, yeah.
So, yeah, it was probably 4.5 stars for me.
Yeah, I told you it was better.
I
told you.
I gave it a shot because you said the second was better, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it for you.
Now you're on to Ackle
Do they all have acronyms?
Yeah.
Oh god. I can.
This one's Wings in Ruin. I usually just take off the court part and just tell you.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, I finally got ACOTAR down. Okay, don't throw some more at me. All right. Okay, that's the only book I read. Besides, podcast book.
Yes.
So I kind of didn't really do any banned books. I just did some more information from 2024 to this year, and I kind of have what is considered the first banned book. So do you want to go first before I get into all my
Yeah. So this time I did 3 of them, and they're all like classics or modern classics.
Okay.
So the first one is Brave New World,
Okay.
which is banned for controversial themes, sexual content, drug use, criticism of religion, and the family structure.
I always find it really interesting because most of these books are banned or challenged per someone saying, hey, this book we should be banned because I don't really like the dynamic of the family. It's like, what?
Well,
Like just the random random excuses or examples, and it's just like, huh.
Yeah. Well, most of the time the people that want to ban the book have not even read
the book. Yeah, that is a huge problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Catcher in the Rye, which
Really?
is
Okay.
vulgar and sexual language.
Okay, I kind of see the
depictions of alcohol and smoking, negative or immoral themes.
which is just a catch-all. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last one I have is The Great Gatsby. For
why?
mature themes,
Okay.
including adultery,
Okay.
sexual references, profanity, and violence.
Okay. I mean, I kind of get some of them, but then it's like, I mean, that's kind of... Okay.
I just found it interesting that this one wasn't banned because of alcohol use.
Yeah, because they have a lot of parties. Yeah. It's just so crazy. That's just, I don't know. Okay, interesting. So you did all classic ones.
Yes.
So I'm going to do what was considered the first banned book, which was in 1637 in Massachusetts. I don't know if that matters. It's called New England Canon by Thomas Morton. And it was banned just because of the Protestant government. Harsh and heretic criticism of the Puritan customs / power struggles. Which I don't know. So I'm not obviously not read it. But I think it's that interesting that far back that they were banning knowledge.
Well, the Puritans banned everything.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But that's what started, like, you know, the banning of knowledge, I feel like. The first one. I mean, there's probably other ones that are documented, but that was the internet agreed that was the first-ish that documented, maybe. So I kind of went through, since we've done a lot of different banned books, I kind of wanted to go over kind of how many have been challenged in the year and a half, or yeah, technically year and a half, since 2024 to 2025, which I know
a lot more.
Yeah, we kind of talked about the numbers off last time, so I just kind of wanted to give numbers because I feel like these are like really excessive. So in 2024 to 25 school year, since obviously 25 to 26 is not over yet.
Yes.
So there were 2,600 artists, including 2,300 authors, 243 illustrators, and 38 translators that were affected by this. So what were the most, what was the reasons for most of them? So it kind of goes in that it targeted themes of race or racism, gender identity, sexuality, or depiction of sexual violence. That's the main themes this year that people are like, no, we're not having. And I got this all from pen.org. So they had over 23,000 book bans since 2021.
Yeah, like
that number is, what the?
So, like we were talking about in one of the previous episodes, the spike from 2019 to now is insane.
Yeah. COVID really fucked up some shit. Obviously, it messed up a lot of society. Not just here in the United States, but everywhere. But yes, a lot of more people had a lot more time on their hand and was actually able to maybe view what their children are doing in school, I guess is the politest.
I don't necessarily know if it was viewing what...
It's because it's mostly for, like, schools or libraries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was more of, like, they weren't doing anything, got library book, you know, like that kind of thing. That kind of thing.
I think a lot of it has to change, like, has to do with the rise of Christian nationalism. And,
that could be, yes.
people thinking their
opinions can be foisted upon someone else.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a polite way I thought of it. I just thought, I mean, that's only 4 years, and we were trying to ban 23,000 books. Like, I mean, honestly, I get some of the reasoning, but I also feel like you should be censoring, if you're not wanting to read it, don't read it, or if you're not wanting your children to read that sort of thing, don't read, like, don't have your children read it.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how I feel, like, I know we talked about this a lot.
Well, honestly, if you don't want to read something, that's fine. You
Right.
don't have to read it. But that doesn't mean other people shouldn't be able to read it.
Right.
Because it offends you in some
capacity.
capacity.
No, I totally get it. So I kind of did the most frequently banned authors from last year's school year, which accounted, like, the 10 most frequent banned authors accounted for 13% of all the banned books, which of course they might count some books twice, just depending on the jurisdiction or schools. So I kind of did the top 3, because I didn't want to go through, So Stephen King actually was on number 1, which I thought was kind of interesting. So there's 206 instances of banned books. That's not saying that his 206 books, he's probably written like, what?
5,000
right now. That's just depending on the district or states, stuff like that. So most of the 3 that it lists that were the most was It, Christine, and On Writing, which is a memoir.
Oh no! Wait a minute.
Yeah, even his craft memoir, On Writing.
So that's a nonfiction book about his process in writing his books.
Well, someone didn't like it.
It's nonfiction.
Like, I kind of get it. Christine, I also kind of get.
Well,
but that's
for younger audiences. Yes, obviously you're not.
Yeah.
Letting your kid read about a killer clown spider
maybe,
thing.
Maybe not. But I mean, I think with the movie, I think it's just become more popular or kind of back into the mainstream. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Like, huh?
Yeah.
Like his memoir. Like, what?
I do find it interesting with Stephen King where he'll slip in like sexual stuff and nobody says anything about it at all. But if a female author has one scene that depicts sex, it's porn. The same with George R.R. Martin.
I wonder why. Is it just because they're male authors, or is it just because they've been in the industry longer? Like, I don't know.
I think it has to do with
being a man. Yeah. That kind of makes sense. Because, only women can write porn,
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I don't agree with this.
It also goes back to, like, genre classification. Like, George R.R. Martin has sexual stuff in his books.
But it's
also,
adults.
It's younger children that have had sexual stuff done to them. Which is gross. Yeah. If you're going to write a fantasy novel, I don't care what time, it's supposed to be set in, age your characters up if they're going to be sexual.
Yeah.
Period.
No, I totally get that.
But he'll be just in fantasy. He'll be just fantasy, high fantasy, that's it. You have somebody like Sarah J. Maas and Throne of Glass. Specifically. Which has a tiny, tiny bit.
Yeah.
But that's classified as romantasy. Because there's a romance subgenre in it.
Yeah, I honestly don't like the genres of books. I feel like, depending on who... because I feel like that's been an issue for some of our books, because we're trying to stay within certain genres, where it's like, well, it's classified as this and this. It's like, which one, because we haven't read the book, so we're like,
yeah,
I assume the first one is the main one, that's what I don't like. And then it's more subject, subjective. But,
well, we try to stay pretty close to our genres.
No, you do a lot of research into trying to do that, so yes. Rachel's a research person. Okay, so the second most banned book author. Banned author. Anyways, moving on. It's Ellen Hopkins. She's had 167 instances of banned books, mostly for Crank, which I've not read, but
I read it back in high school. It's about this girl that gets hooked on meth.
That's what I was thinking. It was like for drug use.
But it's more of a cautionary tale. Like, okay, she's hooked on meth, but bad things happen to her because of this. Like, you should not do this because of this.
I gotcha. It's more of, yeah, I get that. So actually, Crank was the 6th most frequently banned book of last year. But I feel like it's been out for a while. Like, it was out when we were in high school, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. And then, of course, the third one on the list is Sarah J. Maas. And she's had 162 instances of banned books. Mostly for Court of Thorn and Roses, which I do not get. Anyway. Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, it's because it was classified as YA.
I know, but like...
And it should not have been. And also there was one scene, which I get. You don't want your children to be... treat anything sexual, overly sexual.
Yeah, no. I understand the reasoning, but I guess I just feel like there's so much more smuttier books that are considered YA that aren't banned because of the sexual content. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Like which ones?
I don't have any on the top of my head. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I've read some YA books or that have been targeted for YA books that maybe have switched to adult now. Mm-hmm. That I'm like, you know, like that's. I don't have any instances at the moment, but I'll get back with you.
Okay.
Yeah. I just kind of wanted to bring kind of awareness of it's not just one book. It's one book through multiple bans, which I feel like it should just be on one. Like, you know,
I don't think they should be allowed to ban them at all.
Yeah, like,
to be honest with you.
No, I agree. I don't believe.
I think it should be up to the librarians to curate the library
how it should
for their schools. There
Okay,
shouldn't be
that.
a committee of angry moms that have no idea what they're mad about, have not read the book.
Yeah, because that's a lot of how this gets started. That's how they challenge. So when a book is challenged but not banned yet, that's kind of where they're going through the process of trying to get it banned for whatever reason they think or feel like it should be.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Like,
because a lot of the ones that are banned or challenged are important things.
Yeah.
Like the one that you brought up last week, that was Queer Love, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, it was a memoir of someone that was going through the transition, and it was banned because of their views on it.
Yeah. See, like that, that book should not be banned because there's going to be kids that are going through that same thing that need that kind of like, okay, this is fine. Like,
yeah,
this is my experience too, and can relate to it.
Yeah. Instead
Instead of having everything wiped out and they're just like by themselves and they don't have any resources.
That's kind of why I like books. Because there's some instances, like some tics or something I do that I've never seen anyone else do. And you see it in a book and you're like, I'm not alone!
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's a huge part for, and you know, last year's banned book was, the number one was gender identity. Like, if you're going through that, why wouldn't you want to have people that could walk you through it? Because that's the number one suicide risk.
Yeah.
So why are you trying to ban a book that might potentially help someone understand that what they're feeling isn't wrong?
Exactly.
Like that, I don't like that part. I don't feel like any memoir period should be banned. Any nonfiction should not be banned. But that's just my thoughts. That's just my opinion. Just because, like, how can you say, well, that memoir had sex in it. Oh my god.
Well, it's somebody's experience.
Yeah, that's kind of why it's a memoir. Like, yeah, it might be something that you don't want to read, but it's obviously something that happened in real life to that person.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would it be in there?
Exactly. Also, if you don't like it, you can DNF a book. You can stop. You can be like, nah, I don't want to read this anymore. Nothing is forcing you to read a book that you don't like.
That would be an interesting, we should start doing that. We have not DNF'd a book. But it would kind of be interesting to, like, the exact point of when you're like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we haven't had to do that yet.
I mean, kind of, but not really.
Yeah, kind of, not really. So that leads it to our podcast book. So we were going to do 2 George Orwell books. Time got away from me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just gonna do Animal Farm.
By George Orwell. I will be continuing 1984, and when I finish it, I'll talk about it a little bit on the podcast.
Okay.
It won't be a full episode.
I gotcha.
I just didn't have time for it.
Yeah, no, some life happened. Yes. We did actually watch the movie of 1984, which was the other George Orwell book we were going to do, and we can still try to compare it whenever we both read it. Because if you want to, I can continue it.
Well, I will say, I was 20% in before everything went down. That's all I'm going to. And it is a very bleak book. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to be in this headspace right now. Like, it's important, but like...
Yeah, no, 100%. I only got to 6%, and that was chapter 1. Yes, I didn't start it until very late. Yeah, and then stuff happened. But, I do, since we're not going to talk about the whole book, I do kind of want to say, watching the movie and then reading the first chapter, the book definitely explains a lot.
Oh, yeah.
100% better. I'm like, why are they doing this? I don't understand that. That's what I was thinking through the whole movie, and I'm like, what is this? What is this? Like, you know what I mean? So I think the book does go into a better explanation than the movie. I think that's what I'm gonna say, because that's all I can. Anyways, would you like to get into Animal Farm?
Yes.
Animal Farm is only 10 chapters, and it was a super easy read.
Yes, I think it's like
94.
This copy is 141 pages, but
yeah, I was going to say
the Kindle copy I read was 90. So
yeah, I was going to say it was like 90%, and then the rest was like at the end, you know, explaining George, like, yeah, that's at least how the Kindle version it had. Like, you read it all the way, and then 90% you were technically done, and then the last 10% was like explanations, maybe. I didn't read
probably
it.
Because Animal Farm is based on the Russian Revolution.
Yes.
And I've got a little graphic that tells you like who each character is kind of based on.
Oh, I did too, but I didn't. I was like, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not that good with history.
So I know a very little amount about the Russian Revolution. I am not an expert. I know they went from a monarchy to communism.
Yes.
So
that's as far as we. No, I'm just kidding.
Farmer Jones, who is the farmer in Animal Farm at the beginning, he's based on Tsar Nicholas, which is Anastasia's father.
Yes, it is. I did know that from Life Lake. Sorry, I had to bring it back up.
I know too much about Anastasia, not enough about the revolution.
I mean, you know,
yeah. So, Tsar Nicholas was the monarch of the country, and Russia is this huge landmass. It's ginormous.
Yes.
I think it's the biggest country, period.
Overall, like, square footage. I would assume, but I'm not.
Yeah. I'm not that for sure. So, Tsar Nicholas, they had World War I, I believe, is when all of this went down. Yes. Around World War I.
Yeah.
So, he wasn't doing very well for his people,
mm-hmm.
and people were starving, and then he decided that he was going to be the commander of the army. And that didn't go very well, and people got mad that he was doing that instead of taking care of his people.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you have Rasputin that people thought was controlling the government through the Tsarina,
mm-hmm.
Which kind of, sort of, he probably molested the kids too, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, let's not get into that dark history, okay?
So they overthrew Tsar Nicholas.
Mm-hmm.
They kidnapped them.
Mm-hmm.
The Bolsheviks did. They put them in, like, a secluded area, and then, like, when the Bolsheviks, I think, thought they were going to lose power, they executed all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you get the Anastasia, is she dead or is she not dead? Because her and her brother were off.
Right, yeah.
Their bodies weren't in the same location as everybody else.
Okay.
That's Anastasia. Okay.
I feel like there was only a couple that were, like, representations of actual people. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's
Like
a list of...
I think I only had 4. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So, Old Major, which is the old pig at the beginning of the book, was based on Karl Marx and Vladimir Lenin, the visionary who inspired the revolution.
Yep.
Snowball is based on Leon Trotsky. Okay. Trotsky. That's what it is.
I said it right. Oh my god.
This says he was a brilliant, idealistic leader who was exiled by his rival, who I believe is Napoleon, which is Joseph Stalin.
Yeah, I thought Stalin removed him from power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the dictator for a long while.
I did do some research on these people.
Squealer is based on the propaganda that the government put out, which when we get into the book,
spokesperson kind of.
Yeah. Boxer is based on the Russian labor/working class.
The hard working class.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Battle of Cowshed is based on the Russian Civil War. The Battle of Windmill is based on the Battle of Stalingrad.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I just thought there were... That makes sense now that you say that.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
The Battle of Stalingrad was a major conflict with tyrannical neighbors, Adolf Hitler.
Fair enough. You didn't mention the most important one. Napoleon.
I didn't mention Napoleon.
You did?
Joseph Stalin.
Oh. Napoleon. I guess.
And that's all I know about the Russian Revolution.
Very limited. Fair enough.
I know more about Anastasia than the Russian Revolution.
There is really nothing wrong with that. It's a really nice story. Okay. So I think you hit all the major players, besides Benjamin, which is the oldest animal on the farm, because donkeys live for kind of a long time. He's best friends with Boxer and Clover. Clover's the other cart horse besides Boxer.
Yes.
Molly, who is kind of in it for, I want to say 20% of the book.
Not in the movie at all.
Not in the movie at all. She's a white mare. And then we have Mr. Whymper.
Yeah.
He's the only human that ends up trading with the animal farm. And then Moses is a raven.
That talks about Candy Mountain.
Yeah. Sugar candy something. I forget what he says.
Big Rock Candy Mountain.
That's probably what that song is based on. There. God, that song. Sugar Candy Mountain, where all the animals go after death. That's a nice picture. It's fine. Okay, so it takes place in Manor Farm, which becomes Animal Farm, which becomes Manor Farm again.
Yes.
Which I thought that was interesting. It kind of goes through, I feel like it kind of goes through the changes in the book, though.
Well, I think it changed names because Russia changed names. Because it went from Russia to the USSR to back to Russia.
Oh.
But I don't know if Orwell was alive when it went back to Russia.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's interesting, though. It would make sense.
But this was definitely written before
it
went back to Russia. Because it was the USSR for a long time.
Yeah. So it could have been just the change in that. We'll get into it. I don't want to spoil too much. Okay, anyways. So it starts with Major, the old boar, and on deathbed kind of thing. He was the oldest pig or boar. People say they're boars, but I don't.
Boars have tusks.
Yeah,
pigs don't.
I don't feel like they had tusks, so I'm just gonna go pig. He's one of he was a prized boar, so he was a stud for his, to make children. That's why he was so old. Right? Because pigs don't usually last. They usually, go to slaughter for, whatever reason. But he was a prize boar, so he kind of he was 12 years old. And so he kind of gets the animals into the barn after Mr. Jones, right?
Yes, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, I'm like, I think it was Jones.
Czar Nicholas
II. Yes, the farmer. So he got back from wherever he was, we assume, drinking, because that's his vice. And so once he goes to bed, Major kind of brings everyone for a secret meeting in the barn. And kind of stirs up the animals for a revolution, saying that they could live better, because Mr. Jones, since he, I don't know why, in disrepair or something, he just decided to quit,
Yeah.
I mean, he became an alcoholic, so he wasn't really taking care of the animals. They weren't really getting fed, and that makes me angry if I don't get fed.
Yeah. So, Major, or Old Major, whatever you want to call him.
Sorry. Yeah.
He basically says, we could run this better.
Mm-hmm.
We can run this better. Not only will we have more leisure time, we'll have more food. We can do it without humans. I've had this vision. This is what we need to do. There's going to be a revolution.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But here's a revolution. And then he gives them the song, The Beast of England.
Which is fictional. It is not. I had to look this up. I'm like, is this an actual song?
No.
But no. Never know. I mean, it is now. So, they get too riled up, and, Mr. Jones fires his shotgun out because, he's trying to sleep, and they're just making too much noise. And they all kind of scatter, and then I think a couple days pass by where Mr. Jones still hasn't fed them.
Yeah, he goes to the bar one night, and then he gets really drunk, and then he forgets to feed them altogether.
Yeah.
So that I forget which animals break into the food. I think it might be Boxer and the pigs.
I was I think it was just kind of...
It might have been all of them.
All of them, kind of.
They break into the food supply, and then they get the food, obviously. And Mr. Jones is not happy about that. And then they drive Mr. Jones out of the farm.
Yes.
And then him and his family are gone.
Yes. Yeah. So we find out that the three main pigs in the story, which is Napoleon, Snowball, and Squealer, all know how to speak and understand the language through old discarded spell books.
Yeah, they can read and write as well.
Yeah. And Major dies a little bit before they expel Mr. Jones out, which kind of gives it, I think, the animals kind of the push to do the rebellion.
Yeah.
And then the three pigs expand on Major's teachings into animalism.
Yeah, animalism.
To me, that just sounds like you're eating only animals. But I know that's not it.
And there are 7 commandments.
Yes, and there are 7 commandments. Do you want to go over the 7 commandments?
Yeah.
Or
I have them.
Yep. Go ahead.
So the first one is, whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy. 2 is whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. 3 is no animal shall wear clothes. 4 is no animal shall sleep in a bed. 5, no animal shall drink alcohol. 6, no animal shall kill any other animal. And 7, all animals are equal.
Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Those are written on the side of the barn in white letters. And the pigs try to teach others the alphabet. Some take to it, majority do not. But they are able to speak. Right? That's kind of how okay.
So Boxer and Clover both can't read or write.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Benjamin the donkey can do both, but he just kind of like, it's whatever.
Yeah. He's seen too much and he's like, I'll be here. The sheep cannot. They only get down one phrase, and that is 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. And I can imagine a sheep going, bah! Like, it just cracks me up thinking about it. And I think...
And the dogs are smart.
The dogs like the raven can speak.
But ravens can naturally
speak, yeah. And there were other birds, I think, around.
Pigeons, because they were the ones that spread the news of animalism.
Yeah. And then I don't remember if the hens could speak or not. They were there.
I think all of them can speak, but it's the writing and the reading.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Because if you're not educated and your leader tells you whatever they want, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's true.
Just so you know. So keep that in mind.
Yes. So once they kind of take possession of the farm, they decide that they're going to rename it Animal Farm. And all the animals kind of go into his house and destroy anything that had harmed them. So like whips, leashes, whatever,
harnesses,
yeah. I mean they just get rid of everything. They destroy everything, and then they agree to leave the house alone. It's not for them. They're gonna stay in the barn for now.
Because remember, they can't sleep in a bed.
Yes, they can't sleep in a bed. Okay. So, all of the animals kind of work together to try to bring a good harvest. So they all can have kind of food and
collectively on Sundays they have meetings.
Yes.
About what to do with the farm.
Yeah.
But the pigs are controlling those meetings.
Yes.
And in this time, Napoleon and Snowball are not getting along.
Yes.
So they contradict each other all the time.
Yep.
So Snowball will want to do one thing, Napoleon will want to do another.
Yes. Yes. So since some of them can't read, then this is where like the sheeps kind of do their, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. And then Snowball actually is the one to give the official Animal Farm. It's like an old tablecloth with like a hoof print. They hang it up. So
I think it's supposed to be based on, well, obviously this is based on the Russian Revolution, but it's definitely the Russian flag.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Just animal version.
Yes. Because I think it was featured, okay, so it was a white hoof and horn on a green background. So, Christmas. Okay, so yeah. So, sorry. So this is where the pigs started becoming more of the dominant animal. They hoard more of the food.
Yes, because at this point they took the apples and the milk for themselves.
Yep. And I think this is where Napoleon finds the puppies, right?
Yeah.
The 9 newborn.
So
whatever.
2 of the dogs,
Jessie and Bluebell.
Yeah. They both have puppies.
Mm-hmm.
And Napoleon goes, okay, well, I'll take these puppies. I'll raise them as my own. I'll teach them. I'll do all the things that they need to be raised up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To me, this screams Hitler Youth, but it is what it is. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Because that's what
I know.
that's what happens.
So they claim that they need extra food because of their intelligence. They require more energy. And the other animals are just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. 'Cause obviously they don't realize the layer of it, I guess.
Yes.
They're still going with I guess they're just going with the flow right now, kind of thing. And then news of the animal farm kind of spreads to the other farms.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is where, because of the pigeons, and animals on other farms start to rebel in small ways. I think in October-ish, from my notes, Jones and some other men try to retake the farm.
That would make sense. I watched a video about the Russian Revolution just to get some knowledge, and there was a battle that happened in October, but I don't know what it was.
Well, that would make sense because this is the Battle of the Cowshed.
Cowshed?
Well, which you said kind of tied into
Bloody Sunday, I think. Is
Yeah.
What it was.
Yeah. So apparently Snowball learned some military tactics from an old book of Julius Caesar. Which
That didn't end well for him either.
yeah. No, it didn't.
I'm just saying. Brutus got him good.
Oh yeah. So I can't remember what animal did really well because they hand out the animal hero medals.
So a sheep died.
I know.
Boxer gets a medal because he knocked out somebody.
Oh yeah, because he thought yeah.
Yeah, and Snowball got a medal.
Yes. So the animals keep Jones's gun, and as an artifact, and to be fired ceremoniously twice a year. To whatever. I don't know the reason. So that's chapter 1 through 4. So chapter 5 through 7. Sorry, I broke them up in smaller chunks. So Molly is kind of the first one to rebel from the farm, or rebel from the rules of the farm, I should say. Because her love of sugar cubes and bows, because they make her feel pretty. Fair enough.
I mean, Molly's the smart one at this point.
Yes. So in their commandments, you're not supposed to wear... No, I don't think they even had one, right? Did they?
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear clothes.
Clothes, yes.
Which includes ribbons. They specifically said that includes ribbons.
Yes. Poor Molly. Like, sorry, Molly. Eventually, Molly kind of disappears, and word gets back that she's living in a different farm. Living it up her best life. So this is kind of where you start getting the conflict between Snowball and Napoleon.
Mm-hmm. Snowball wants to build a windmill, and he comes up with this whole plan, and Napoleon's like, nah, that plan sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to do.
Which kind of makes sense. So Snowball wants to do it for electricity, so they can be more independent. So you'd think that'd be right up their alley for an animal farm. But apparently.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a tactic of not so nice people.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll be like, okay, well, I don't want to do this. And then they'll tell you that they're against this. And this has happened a lot recently. And then a couple months down the line, they're like, oh, this is the idea we're going with.
It's gaslighting, okay? If you don't know what fucking gaslighting is, that's gaslighting. Okay, go on. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if a lot of people haven't experienced this in personal life, or they're just oblivious. But, like, I've had it done to me, and oh my god, it feels like you're losing your goddamn mind. Like, you're just like...
Yeah.
I'm the crazy one. Like, I understand how that feels 100%. So it pisses me off when I see it. And I even wrote, I even wrote later in my notes, gaslighting all around.
So, yes.
Yeah.
It makes me very...
Yeah.
It makes me angry.
It is very manipulative.
Yes.
Like, in every capacity. It just... Anyways. I could go on a whole tangent on this. We're not. We're talking about Animal Farm. Okay.
But...
Yes.
The windmill.
Yes, the windmill.
So, Napoleon says it's a bad idea. He's like, nah, we ain't doing this.
We don't want this.
And in fact, Snowball has been doing some stuff that he shouldn't be doing.
Yes.
I think it came from Squealer that this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Squealer is propaganda.
Mm-hmm. Which, the name just kind of,
Yes.
Which I think obviously was on purpose, but...
Yeah. Propaganda works on people that are not educated in what is actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know what's going on, propaganda does not work on you because you know the truth. So always fact check everything.
Research.
On both sides. It doesn't matter what side you're on. Check it.
It is very important. I agree. So during that conflict, since Napoleon's not getting his way, the puppies are now grown. And so he does this whistling or whatever he does to get them to come. And they chase Snowball out. I don't know. I think did they end up?
They didn't
No.
kill him.
Yeah, you're right. So this is kind of where Napoleon takes over as a full, I want to say leader. Yeah, he is the leader. And then the rest of the pigs kind of follow suit because, they don't get the first thing he does, he takes away the Sunday meetings and appoints a committee of pigs to manage the farm's affairs. Surrounds himself with his attack dogs for protection / intimidation tactics. Which,
There's a certain group now
yes,
that are exactly like these people.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yes, there are. I agree. And then he kind of makes Squealer his official spokesperson.
Propaganda.
I wanted to say that, but I was like, it's better.
He can pick and choose what is said.
Yes. So now, this is where the trading comes in. So Napoleon kind of says that they're going to trade with Mr. Wimper? Anyways. To get the necessary supplies. So the animals don't really like this, because the first ones they go after are the hens, because their eggs are really valuable for trade. Mm-hmm. And the hens are like, well, you told us that, we would keep our stuff, Yeah. And he just decides to kill them too.
Well, that's a little bit down. Yes. So they have a little bit of a rebellion.
Yes, sorry.
Meanwhile, they're building the windmill, and Boxer's motto is, I will work harder. Mm-hmm. Napoleon is always right.
Yes, and he is as strong as 2 regular horses. So he's a very strong horse, and that a lot of the animals rely on him to carry up the rocks from the quarry.
So after this egg rebellion, Napoleon calls a meeting, and he goes, okay, well, these hens, they rebelled against me, and this is not good. So we're going to kill them. He has the dogs kill them. And then he goes, if anybody else has betrayed
or conspired with them, and I think a couple other animals do come up.
And those animals get killed. And then I think Clover at this point looks at the rules, because she's like, well, it said that animals don't kill animals. And then the rules are changed into animals won't kill each other without cause.
Yep. No animal shall kill another animal without cause. Yeah. So the original one was no animal shall kill any other animal, and then they tagged on the without cause.
Yes. And then Napoleon has moved into the house.
Yes. Yep.
And he is slept in the bed. And...
Which contradicts the commandments.
Yes. And that one gets changed into no animal shall sleep in a bed without sheets.
With sheets.
With sheets.
Yeah. So the original one was no animal shall sleep in a bed. And then they tagged on the with sheets. So, Squealer's like, oh no, we took the sheets off. It's all good. Okay. So this is kind of where...
I'm just going to tell you, Cooper doesn't abide by the no animals will not sleep in bed.
Oh, man.
As he's asleep on my couch right now.
So this is kind of where it starts to... The gaslighting, the systematic lies, the pigs kind of doing more, creating more of a cult-like... Which is like some, things that we know of.
So also, this is a very political episode because of the nature of the book.
Yeah. If we did 1984, it probably would have been a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, information is important. And this is why we did the whole banned book thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not educated and you don't know what information you need, you don't know the history,
mm-hmm.
you can't know if somebody is lying. So, Clover not knowing how to read,
mm-hmm.
and then them changing the rules, you're like, oh, that's why, because it's changed the rules. But she remembered
mm-hmm.
that it was the way first.
Yeah.
But you have to know everything. They will take all the information away from you.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. You really just need to be educated on what's going on around your world. You have to understand why they're banning certain books that they're banning. And a lot of it has to do with political books like this one, which this is more satire into the revolution.
Mm-hmm.
But it happened nonetheless. Like,
yes. Also, books like this shouldn't be a manual for what's happening in the world.
Yes.
To be honest with you.
Yeah. This
was written to criticize kind of the Russian Revolution, to talk about it in a way that's not, this is the history of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of things in this book are happening today.
Yes. I think it's kind of interesting. Nope, lost it. Let me think if I can get it back. Nope, go on. Sorry. Scatterbrain today.
Okay, so where were we?
Okay. So yes, found out that they're starting to sleep in the beds, that the pigs are altering the commandments here and there to suit their needs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. So on one violent storm, the animals wake up to find the windmill that they built destroyed. And Squealer claims that Snowball was the culprit, even though Snowball's not on the farm. It's an easy scapegoat, I feel like.
Yeah, this happens a lot too. They'll pick somebody,
mm-hmm.
A minority, usually. You see it with World War II, with the Jews. And they'll...
You also kind of see it in 1984.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, they're trying to pin it on someone because accidents happen as impactful, like, let's build another one, kind of thing. And
they're like, oh, Snowball did it.
He's trying to go against us.
Yes. So if you want to be a good animalist, you hate Snowball.
Yeah.
That's the key to it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I get it. So now they're all up in arms, Snowball, because he is going against them, and so their call for his capture because he's a traitor. So let's rebuild.
And there's all these stories about Snowball and what he's done in the farm. He snuck into the farm. He's stolen people's food. He's done this. He's done that.
Yes.
Which is all propaganda, lies, to villainize somebody or a certain group of people.
Yeah. And obviously a storm did it, so we know Snowball wasn't. Some of the other ones, we're low on food or stuff like that. That is more just them pinning more stuff, and the pigs are taking all of it and hoarding it.
Yes.
So yeah, the animals kind of experience a really brutal winter, and they don't really have a lot of food because they're shorting their rations to get through the winter, you know, and I think that's another reason why he made the pigs the leaders, because they're known for their gluttonous food hoarding kind of. So this is where they start to rebuild, and poor Boxer, I love him. He just works above and beyond. He like starts early, he ends late, and I think Benjamin and Clover are kind of with him on some of them.
Yeah, but he's the main force.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting up hour, 2 hours before everybody else. He's leaving after everybody else. To build this idea, because he thinks that he can always push himself harder.
Mm-hmm. Because he believes Napoleon is right.
Yes. Don't let corporations push you to the point of breaking as far as your work. You know
work ethic.
What your value is, so don't let anybody treat you bad about it. I'm just gonna say it. Like,
no, I agree.
I've decided that I'm not going above and beyond for anything that's not mine. Like, if I own the company, sure.
Yeah.
But I clock in, do my job, go home. I'm not doing anything other than that.
I get it. You would be called a silent quitter. Anyways. If you want extra, you pay extra. That's what I'm saying.
If you want me to do more, you'll pay me more.
That works with any other industry. Just gonna put that out there without saying it. Anyways. So when Mr. Weimer comes and trades with the farm, Napoleon does slight tactics of making sure the bins look full with food and water. They're not struggling at all. Because they want the outside to feel like that they're prosperous, that they're doing it better than the humans, kind of. And then, Snowball looking around. And then I think we're on to chapter 8 and 10, the last two chapters. So, because this is where the hens die and stuff. I talked about it a little earlier, so
This is about the time where Boxer gets injured.
Yes, I think he gets injured somewhere in chapter 8. I think so. This kind of the same what they've been doing. The other animals are working in like a slave-like conditions where they get as little food as possible, and still have to do their jobs.
Yes, because the country is built off laborers, but billionaires profit.
Yep. While the leaders live in the house. Yeah, I see you did. So Napoleon kind of starts trading with other farmers, right? Mr. Pinkerton.
Yeah.
And Mr. Frederick, which I didn't write down because they're literally only in this. They're talked about as other farm owners that are close to Animal Farm, but they kind of switch their allegiance. They trade with Mr. Pinkerton, and then they switch their allegiance to Mr. Frederick, and then they hate Frederick, like, because there's like they always have to have some kind of conflict.
Yes.
Which is that what you're gonna say? Sorry.
Yeah. It's always a conflict.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have conflict, you don't have the people behind you.
Yeah. So now Napoleon kind of vilifies Pinkerton, claiming that Snowball was living on their farm, and that's why they couldn't trade with him anymore, because, you know, they're housing a traitor, which I don't know if it's true or not. I assume not.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna say. And so Napoleon starts selling timber to Frederick, and plans to buy new money for machinery for the new windmill. But however, the money that he gave the animals was counterfeit. My bad. So then this is where the second battle takes place, and that's where Boxer gets hurt.
Yes.
So the humans blow up the newly built windmill with gunpowder.
And then he gets his leg hurt, and then that gets better, and then he's working on the new windmill, and then he passes out because he's worked so hard. He's exhausted all of his energy.
Yep.
For the benefit of what he thinks is
It's
the
for the
other
farm,
animals,
yeah.
which is really for the pigs.
Yep. So after the Battle of the Windmill, memorials are held because there were a lot more fallen animals this time. Just because I think this time the guns, to go with that. Because I think the first time it was more of just animal, or weapons used on farms, so like pitchforks and stuff like that. So why didn't they do the guns first? I guess they thought they could take him. I don't know. So yeah. This is where they celebrate. But yes, Boxer ended up, I think his hoof got injured, which
He got some kind of leg injury.
yeah. Which I think, obviously, horses that injure their leg are usually put down shortly after because they just can't function without the four legs.
And he's also close to retirement age.
Yes, they had a retirement age. Yeah, it was a split hoof. So Napoleon and them and the other pigs discover the basement. They didn't go down there before. And discover a case of alcohol because Mr. Jones was an alcoholic at the time. And they kind of fell sick because they drank it and realized they had a good time and then kind of got hungover.
And in this part they go, no more alcohol. We cannot drink alcohol at all. It's forbidden.
Yes.
Whiskey is forbidden.
Yes.
And then the next day goes by and this is the same tactic. And he goes, oh, we can't drink with excess.
Yes. Yep. So, yeah. The original commandment was no animal shall drink alcohol because that's what turned Mr. Jones into the ugly person he was. Then afterwards, no animal shall drink alcohol to excess. So they just start tacking stuff on to kind of fit their narrative. Gaslighting. So Boxer kind of slowly recovers. Kind of. Like, he just kind of works until he exhausts himself trying to build a new windmill. So we're on windmill 3, by the way, in case you all count. You know, looking forward to the day he can retire and get a pension, because that was kind of set up in the original Animal Farm structure. Once he's kind of healed, he works even harder and even longer, and that's kind of...
He exhausts himself, and then the other animals have to rescue him and take him to the farm. And Napoleon goes, okay, well, I'm going to get a doctor in. We'll fix him up, and then he'll retire. So a wagon comes into the farm.
Yeah, Clover and kind of Benjamin kind of try to nurse him to health, but they tell Squealer, and Squealer, you know, relays the message, and they decide they were going to take him to a hospital.
So a cart comes in. Mind you, most of them cannot read. They load Boxer up. I hate this part of the...
Because I think I hate it. I don't know if you feel the same, because you feel a connection, because, you know, we aren't rich.
Yes.
Let's be real. So we kind of relate to the working class, giving more and not really giving, or giving more but not getting.
Yes.
The same level. Yeah.
So Benjamin and Clover rush over from the windmill to the barns to say goodbye to Boxer. And Benjamin, who can read, reads the side of the wagon.
Yep.
And it is for horse slaughter and a glue farm.
Mm-hmm.
And Benjamin freaks out like he should.
Yes.
And
tries to tell Boxer, and
Boxer tries to get out,
but he's still kind of weak, so it's not as strong as it would have been if he hadn't been injured or sick or worked himself to death, basically, is what it comes down to. And all the animals can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
The vehicle's too fast, none of them can catch up to it, and they can't break him out. And this is kind of where Squealer comes into play.
Again.
That they don't know where the rumor came from that he was sent to die. They took him to a hospital.
I was with him when he died.
I was with him, but there was nothing that they could do. It's like, okay. So as readers, we know that's not true. And then at the end of the day, a box of alcohol shows up at their doorstep as payment for Boxer. Take a moment of silence. Okay.
Poor Boxer.
I know, like, this is what sucked about this, because I really liked Boxer, because I felt like he really wanted to help the farm.
Yes.
And it kind of just shows you the more you give, the less you get, kind of thing.
Definitely in our society. Unfortunately.
Yes. And this is kind of where it more leads into the end of the book. Years have passed, and the new generation shows up. It doesn't give us a time frame, sorry.
Napoleon has a ton of kids.
Yeah, I would assume, like, I don't know how long pigs usually live.
I don't know. I don't know the lifespan of a pig.
I mean, we know at least 12 years old. So I would say a good 7 years. Just because I know a lot of farm animals don't have long lifespans like the donkey, or I know horses have a little bit longer. Since they're not slaughtering the pigs for food, they're living a lot longer. So, anyways. So yes, they have a ton of new generation. I think there's only one still left. Isn't it Benjamin that's still left on the farm that remembers the old commandments?
I think Benjamin and Clover are still alive, but Clover didn't know how to read, so...
Yes. I think she was relying on Benjamin.
Yeah.
So Napoleon and his fellow followers are now old and fat, depending on what you consider an old pig. I don't know. And raising the generation to accept the doctorates of the animalism. No, there's nothing else with that.
Yeah.
Without question, because they don't have no concept of a time before that.
Yes. And then around this time, they take the sheep. Squealer takes the sheep away.
Mm-hmm.
And previously, their mantra had been 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Squealer takes them. He doesn't tell anybody what he's doing with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then and this time the pigs are starting to walk on 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
It comes back that the sheeps were learning 4 legs good, 2 legs better.
Yes.
Or best.
I think it's better.
I
didn't write that one down because...
And then they see that they're wearing clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're breaking every one of the commandments.
Yes.
And then Napoleon brings other farmers back, and they have this big feast, and they talk about how
prosperous the farm has become, and how great they've done under the leadership of pigs. And that's when the animals are kind of looking through the window, and they're like, which one's a human?
Which one's the pig?
Which one's the pig?
And one of the humans had said, "Oh yeah, this is the worst conditions that we've ever seen animals work in, and I'm surprised you're so prosperous."
Yes. So this is kind of where Clover and Benjamin go to the side of the barn where they wrote the 7 commandments, and there's only one commandment on there. And it says, all animals are equal. but some animals are more equal than others. And that's where the book ends. Oh, Mr. Jones died somewhere between this.
Yeah.
I know he's not really important, but I just wanted to preface that.
He got shot in the head by the Bolsheviks.
Oh, man. So the book kind of ends like with the original principles upon the founding of Animal Farm have crumbled. The conditions of the animals are like the worst it's ever been. And this is kind of where they've decided that they're going to name it Manor Farm again. Yeah. I don't. Anyways, why was this book banned? I can't imagine.
I can't imagine why our political leaders would want to ban this book.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you why. It was for political reasons and communist propaganda. Which I don't really see this as propaganda.
Well,
Like, because he wasn't fighting for...
the ideas of communism are in this
Yes.
book because of
Yeah.
the nature of the book and Russia being communist. But what can you do? Russia's communist.
I mean, like, it was it's history, so I don't really consider it. It's not like he's pushing for it, but there is, I don't know. I wish they would have said something besides that.
Yeah. Also, I think around this time is when we were in the Cold War. So I know a lot of banning would have been done
Yeah.
with something that has communist ideas in it.
Yes, even though it was supposed to be for satire reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also showing that your political leaders cannot be trusted.
Well, I think we kind of went over what the commandments were and then what they kind of changed to. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we actually did watch the 1954
Yeah,
version.
it was the oldest cartoon version.
Yes. So we're going to compare that to the book. Or, oh wait, do we want to go over ratings first? Or
We'll do the movie.
Okay. So there's two main differences that I noted. The first one was in the movie, only pigs were able to speak. The sheep they could only say that one line.
Yeah.
I honestly think it was more budget reasons.
Yeah.
Then I just think it was budget reasons. I mean, the film was from the 50s, so I can kind of see. So during the film, the animals just kind of give, I wouldn't even say animal noises, just like weird noises.
General noises.
Yeah, like it was just like, that's definitely not what a horse sounds like. And I just think that was budget, so nothing against the movie in that fashion.
And apparently there's one that came out in 2025 that I cannot find.
Yes.
It was directed by Andy Serkis.
Yes. I'd be interesting to kind of see it, because I think it'd be interesting, but yeah,
I don't know what it
IMDb
is.
failed us.
So if you know where we can find that one, let us know.
Yeah, I would be interested. So I think another big change was Clover was not in the movie at all. Boxer was the only horse, or only horse that mattered.
There were any animals in the movie, really.
Oh.
There's like hens, but
the
no
hens.
like.
That they kind of had to have the hens in
Yeah.
there. And most people don't know the difference between a hen and a rooster, so you know. I think those were the two major changes. Did you have another major change before we get into the smaller differences?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. So, I want to say, well, I guess another big change was the end of the book. And in the end of the book, they kind of just, Clover and Benjamin realize, like, they can't distinguish between the two, the humans and the pigs dressed up as humans. In the movie, they just decide to kill everyone in the house and burn it.
Yes. Which does not happen in the book.
No, but I think
that was because it was
time.
in the 50s.
Yes.
And we're in the middle of, like, right after World War II.
I think they needed a good ending.
Leading into the Cold War, and you're like, I don't know if we should.
Because the book, it just kind of makes you think that they are just going on. Like,
yeah.
you know, like Manor Farm. is still being ruled by the dictatorship of the pigs. So I kind of understand the reason why the two major changes. Clover, I don't know why they didn't add her in.
I think they just didn't have voice actresses.
That makes kind of sense. Budget reasons, totally get it. The number of commandments was 5 in the movie instead of 7, like the book. But they still did change the majority of them. I think they only highlighted the ones that they added on, like to not drink to excess, or, you will not sleep in bed with sheets. Like the ones where you could kind of tell where they just added on instead of erasing it altogether. They still, at the end of the movie, do only have that one commandment on the side of the barn. But, let's see here, what else? Oh, the windmill was only
destroyed twice, I think.
Destroyed down once. Instead of the 2 times in the book.
Snowball in the movie just kind of went away, and then they didn't really have anything else with him.
Yeah. Well, no, I think they actually end up slaughtering him in the movie, because they went out back, and then the Raven, who was supposed to be more of the religious relief comic character that could speak, was in the movie, but just there on top of the barn.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, more probably budgetary reasons. But yeah, Snowball really wasn't in it all that much. I kind of mentioned the Raven didn't have any lines. The chant of the sheep was not in it at all in the movie. Mm-hmm. My bad. Let's see here. Boxer's death. It wasn't where he worked himself to exhaustion, even though in the movie you kind of see him get skinnier. You could see his ribcage looking immaculate, or
emaciated.
Yes, yeah. I was like, I know I'm not saying that right. And you can kind of see the wear and tear on him, just more visually. He is trying to rebuild the windmill after the first one got destroyed in the movie by the farmers.
Yes.
It blew up. He is hauling it up, so with his teeth, which is kind of weird. And he has his foot holding it while he does it some more. And then he kind of just loses it because he's just worked himself to death, and it falls on him. And I honestly thought he was dead right then and there.
Yeah.
Just because there was no movement. But they actually didn't end up put him in some kind of vehicle. But it was... They recognized it in the movie as the death wagon, basically.
Yeah.
Anytime farmer needed to get rid of someone because they were, dying or dead, or, they called this. And it was to a factory that sold glue.
Yeah,
was
it's the glue.
Yeah.
It was in both of them.
Yeah.
So, I'm assuming not now, but old school glue was made out of hooves and bones of horses, cows, I think anything that has a hoof.
Yeah, and I think the horse's tail hair was made into violin strings and stuff like that. Yeah. So that was kind of all of the things I had, the differences between the books and the movie.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of dialogue in the movie.
No. But it was kind of on point with what happened in the book. Just budget, I think, really.
Yeah.
It just suffered from not poor budget, but it was the 50s, so they had to hand draw everything, But yeah, I think that's all I had. So you want to get into the ratings?
Sure.
Rating?
Do you want to go first?
I feel really torn with this one, because I know it's supposed to be satire, but it also brings in elements from history. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give it a 2. I liked it. It's one of those,
Yeah.
It's a heavy topic, and it hits a little too close to home, especially right now with everything going on. And the gaslight, I just hate gaslighting in any capacity.
So, this book, I love this book, but I hate this book at the same time. Yes. It makes me so angry.
Yes.
But that being said, my rating is 5 stars. Because,
okay.
it's a really good book.
Yeah.
even if I hate, like, I'm like, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Like, I hate the pigs, and you're supposed to.
Yeah. No, you're supposed to hate the pigs.
And, like, there's not a happy ending in this at all.
No.
But it's good. It just makes you so mad.
I just the majority of the book is the gaslighting, and that's something that I feel like is super manipulative, and it's a no for me.
It's supposed to show you the
no, I totally get that, and I understand that, and I understand, like, gaslighting as a kind of a new term. Not really, but it kind of is, and, you know, I never understood it until I experienced it. You can understand the concept, but this does a really great job of, if you're struggling to understand the concept of gaslighting, read this book.
Yeah. If you honestly want to know how political parties work, read this book.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
And me not knowing really anything about the Russian Revolution.
I mean, we know how communists work.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously it's been around for long enough that you can understand what it is and why a lot of people do not like this book because of it.
Well, communism as an idea is not a bad idea.
Yes. You're true.
Communism in practice has always failed. And it's always been because
greed.
Leaders get greedy.
Yeah. Which I think this book does a really great job, especially in the format as an animal farm. And having the pigs be the leaders just made total sense in my head. And I can see the gluttonous, and I can see the hoarding, and it's just reality without money involved, really.
Yeah.
And even money gets involved with the trade.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still not enough.
So, no matter who's in power, they're going to be corrupted by the power.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if it's...
Term limits on everything, thank you.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's a mayor or if anybody that gets a little bit of power is going to take advantage of that power.
Yeah.
And to the extreme when it comes to dictators and higher up politicians.
I think you have great leaders, and then you also have okay leaders. You have dumb leaders, and then you have the greedy ones. And you either fall in those 4 categories or... Yeah, I mean, it's true. Okay, so now that we've done October... Sorry, I had to bring some light into this, okay?
This was a heavy episode.
Yeah. So, I don't know if we did it for September.
I think we said
straight up, because we had shorter. We only did the 2 episodes because Rachel decided she needed vacation or some shit.
You know.
Anyways, I'm just joking. Everyone deserves a break. If you need to take a break, take a break.
Kaiju no. 8 was my favorite of September.
See, I like nuts living cats. There we go. Okay, so let's kind of recap on the books that we did in October. So Twilight was our romance pick. We did 2 horror picks. One Day at Horrorland and Attack of the Jack-O-Lantern. Fantasy was A Court of Thorny Roses, ACOTAR. Then our sci-fi pick was The Hunger Games. And then Animal Farm was just our kind of bonus episode. Obviously, we do a bonus episode every time there is an extra Wednesday in the month and try to do a little bit something different than what we normally do, just to kind of broaden our horizon, give you guys something to look forward to. Take your pick.
Yeah. And December, we're trying to decide if we want to do that or not because of holidays.
Yeah, we're working through that. Maybe it's one. Who knows? Okay, so Rachel, I printed out our love
ratings because we forgot.
Oh my god, I slept since then.
Girl, a whole month. I read like 12 books this month.
So yes, I keep a spreadsheet of our readings because I'm a nerd. You're welcome. Anyways, so according to the spreadsheet, you hated Twilight
Yeah.
But what was your favorite out of all of them?
So, according to my ratings, it's Animal Farm. According to my,
heart?
My heart, it's A Court of Thorns and Roses.
How did I know you were going to say that? And it's okay to change your rating or feel a different way after you read a book. Totally fine. I do that all the fucking time. Okay, so my least favorite book was apparently Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns, depending on my ratings. And my favorite book was The Hunger Games, if I go by my ratings. I think that's pretty legit. I think I liked reading Hunger Games just because watching the movie, it tied everything together for me.
This was the month of rereads for me, because I think the only one...
new one was...
No. Actually, all of them I've read before.
Why did you do that to yourself? I didn't do that to you.
It's been a long time since I've read, Twilight.
Yeah, that was the only reread for me, though.
Horrorland, Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns. Obviously, those were when I was a child. You were a child?
I'm sorry.
Once upon a long time ago. But,
okay.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Anything else? Oh, we want to go over our books for November.
So let's start with the way we had it. Okay.
So Truth is first.
The Truth by Nick Cutter is our horror pick. I think it was Aberrat next.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
By Clive Barker. Then we're going to do 2 or 3 stories from H.P. Lovecraft. The Call of Cthulhu, Herbert West, Reanimator, and At the Mountains of Madness.
Which I think is short enough. We could probably do all 3.
And then,
but we're only committing to the 2 for now, since
we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And our romance pick is God of Malice. And our theme this month is dark reads. So
yes. November, it's getting darker sooner, and I wanted something dark. Especially after
also, our banned books month kind of took up our spooky season.
Yeah. So, yes, we wanted a little bit something dark right before December when we do probably something a little bit more lighter.
Yes.